Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your new national anthem.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Interesting news over the weekend. Got a couple of random unscheduled live streams from the old AJ man himself, including one where he appeared to break down in tears, claiming that the studios would be shut down at any moment, that, you know, apparently feds were outside, going to be shutting down the entire operation. All of this, by the way, appears to be, targeted. They're not going after, by the way, they're not going after Alex over the things that he's gotten right in his life. They're going, wrong. They're going after him over things that he has gotten right. And apparently the entire operation could be shut down within hours. It looks like there's an emergency court proceeding going on right now, which I'm going to talk about. This looks pretty dire. It's looking pretty dire for the team down in Austin, Texas. This article from Newsweek says, Alex says InfoWars could be shut down within hours. In what is described as an emergency broadcast on Saturday, Alex claimed that his news company, by the way, I'm skipping all their editorial stuff, calling them far right and all this other stuff, which is nonsense. Studios in Austin might be shut down by federal authorities soon. This is going to be our last show because I learned yesterday that they're going to padlock the door and kick us out last night. Alex said on InfoWars on Saturday. Then the same day, May 31st, the news outlet published an article saying it might be shut down in the next 48 hours. Newsweek contacted them by email Sunday morning for any comment of the attempt to shut it down. I went with my instinct and discovered a plan to shut us down, he said. After mentioning he questioned the guards about what was happening Friday night, I discovered this and a bunch of other stuff that I haven't released yet, he said. He claimed he spent the night at the studio to prevent them from being shut down and threatened to call local PD. The host said he had all the evidence to prove that the attempt to shut down the studios, but did not seem so sure of when it would actually be happening. There's a 50% chance this is happening right now, he said in a post published on X, formerly Twitter, on Saturday. They want to shut us down because in bankruptcy and what was happening, we have a path with the judge to continue on for years. The judge has signaled that. So different groups involved in the bankruptcy that will be exposed soon have literally made a move to shut the place down and end my show. For those of you that don't know how he ended up in this bankruptcy, in one of arguably the most corrupt decisions I've seen since the Trump conviction, prior to the Trump conviction, because he had some opinions about an incident that happened at a school. I guess some of his listeners were calling up these families and being a-holes or posting on their Facebook pages or whatever. For the crime of being incorrect, something the mainstream media does every single day. And in my opinion, when the mainstream media does it, they're doing it from a position of doing it on purpose. Okay. They find him like a quadrillion million dollars, right? More than anyone could ever pay. By the way, none of that money is going to bring back any of those kids. I never really understood why these families get together and sue for money, because it's not going to bring your kid back. And every dollar you spend of that money is just going to be another reminder. Like if it were me, I feel like I wouldn't want any of that person's money, but that's just me. And I guess I can't I'm not in that position. So to be fair, I don't know how I would feel. I can say that now. Jones claimed that the deep state was making a move to shut down his studios after allegedly going after Trump, who on Thursday was found guilty of bogus charges, in my opinion. While on air Saturday, he broke into tears, saying, "We're going to beat this. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it's been a hard fight." Jones said, "I've been targeted. I was duped by someone. Federal files in secret have claimed that I'm committing various crimes. Of course, untrue. This may be my final performance." Jones received immediate support of Marjorie Taylor Greene, who posted a photo with X saying, "I stand with Alex Jones." Greene is known, obviously, of course. Now, Jones is facing a huge legal expense after being ordered to pay $1.5 billion for calling an incident a hoax. That happened back in 2012, by the way. Again, the mainstream media does this every day and never has to, doesn't get sued, or if they do, they don't lose. Later in the same year, the host filed for personal bankruptcy, a move that is often used to stave off legal judgments. But in October 2023, bankruptcy court ruled that Jones is not protected by the bankruptcy and still needs to pay the $1.5 billion in damages to families affected by his opinion. Not the person that did the crime, Alex's opinion. Since then, he's been scrambling to handle the payments. In December, he proposed a settlement that would pay the families $5.5 million every year over 10 years. But the families decided that wasn't enough money, which again, it is my personal belief that the people behind this lawsuit, right, don't care about the money, that they're being told to do this, that it's about shutting him down. It's not about the money. Last week, he obtained special approval for the $2.8 million sale of his Texas ranch. The money will be put into escrow to pay for his legal expenses. I mean, they have absolutely gone to, essentially break him down, take everything he has. And again, for what purpose? I don't know. This does not bring those kids back. This doesn't, unring the bell, so to speak. So, of course, it's just, of course it's that.
Three deals to do this. So saying the point is we're fighting back. That's the point.
To be fair, right? To be fair, I am, friendly with Alex. He's been on my show a few times, all this kind of stuff. So, I do have some bias, but look, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't believe in everything he says, but you have this, We
have to stay here. We have to let them shut us down. We have to stand all the way to the end, and we're going to win.
Jones, I think everybody needs a war cry, man. Can you muster a war cry?
It's a big joke.
It's not really, though. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's also inspiring.
My voice will completely go. I do this, but it's fine. It's my resistance to them. It's a God's transmission. It's a human under attack.
I mean, I think that, people are trying to, again.
We're going to beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight.
People are making fun of him. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny that they're trying to destroy this man. I'm sure he has dozens of employees that they're trying to destroy. Look, I can't imagine what it would be like to lose somebody in that type of event, right? With the parents who are filing these lawsuits. I don't know. I can't put myself in their shoes. It seems terrible, awful. I would never want that to happen to anybody. But what I will never understand is why do they need $1 billion? Does $1 billion bring your kid back? Does $1 billion? I mean, he's not the guy that did the crime. It's so weird. It's so weird. And then the people that celebrate it, again, I don't understand why anyone would celebrate this. Alex is, a very kind man in my experience with him. He's been out there. He's been, covering the news for a long time. You see this. Jones 50 was openly sobbing on a show as he alleged, without any evidence, that the deep state were trying to shut him down after federal agents were supposedly received secret files that alleged he was committing crimes that were handed over to the Justice Department. He had to sleep in the show's Dallas studio the night before to prevent it from being padlocked hours before. The web version of his network in an article claimed the same. I love this crew, Jones said 15 minutes in the final hour of the X broadcast. Recalled members of unspecified federal agencies going after him. Names. I'm starting pissed off, he said. I'm trying to cry is a fake thing, but I'm so sick of these people, he added. We're all over it. We're trying to save America. They're effing us over and over again. It's so sick. I don't really understand. I don't understand any of this other than from a perspective of people who are obviously trying to silence him, right? They're not going after him for things that he's done wrong. Now, this via Walt Wang, is InfoWars closing? Alex has warned that debtor will have to cease operation if he's not authorized to use cash collateral in bankruptcy court. What's interesting, you see debtor will have to cease operating today in an event that needlessly inflict damage on the value of the bankruptcy estate. What is his cash collateral? On May 28th, Free Speech Systems, the legal name for InfoWars, filed its monthly operating report for June 2024. InfoWars specifically restricted from spending beyond the budget. So you see here, obviously, they had cash receipts, $2.7 million. Cash disbursements, $2.7 million. Net cash flow, $9,200. Column B. So he's got $168,000 projected cash flow. This kind of stuff. Is $168,000 net cash flow not enough? On May 28th, the law offices of Ray Battaglia was granted $800,000 to be paid first from the retainer account, the rest from InfoWars directly. PQPR Holdings Limited LLC is a creditor claimed by InfoWars, though it is reportedly owned by Alex and his parents. Reportedly, various families have labeled it a shell company that they claim Alex is using to shield assets. What's next for Alex? Well, after an emergency filing on May 31st, 2024, I think that was Friday, the judge is set to be heard on June 3rd, today at 11:30 a.m. in Houston by Justice Chris. Now, as of update yesterday, Alex's Give, Send, Go specifically specifies that this is to pay his legal fees and other professional fees, and appears to confirm that this is regarding the $800,000 owed to his previous lawyers. So he's got $341,000 in that. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, all this is about shutting the man down. That's what it's about. I mean, unequivocally, there's no denying that this is about silencing somebody that they don't want out there speaking, that they don't want out there reporting. And he is sustaining obviously far more penalties than any mainstream media operative or operation for similar tactics, for similar offenses, I would say. The whole thing's a farce. It's sad. It's messed up. And I don't know how many billions of dollars these people feel like they need, but I don't even believe it's necessarily the families. I believe it's other outside forces that are using this as an opportunity to shut his show down. I hope you were informed by this video. I'm obviously supportive of Alex, and I'll help in any way I can. I hope you're informed by this video. If you were, please do subscribe or follow wherever you're watching, and we'll talk to you again real soon.